Good morning, y'all. Dr. Brianna Whiteside here, and welcome to Tuesday. It's December 17th, and it's currently 6:20 a.m. as I am recording this. I'm actually sitting at my counter preparing to go to the gym to make it there by 7 a.m., but I wanted to get 10 minutes with Dr. Bree out. As I said, this podcast is a 10-minute mindset podcast that will be released in the mornings. It was formerly the Book of Brianna, but I noticed that the Book of Brianna just wasn't going to work for where I'm going. And so now we're doing a micro podcast. And I'm sitting here a little tired because last night I taught a lesson for the Let There Be Challenge, and this is not unusual. Usually when I teach on Monday night, I am extremely exhausted on Tuesday mornings because I just pour out, and so I have to do a little bit more nurturing to get myself, in the place that I want to be in, but I have commitments. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. I want to talk to you about deciding. I decided that I was going to lose weight this year. I decided it, in around Thanksgiving. I was having a great time eating with family, as so many people do. And I knew that I was going to put on some weight, and I wasn't really sure, y'all. I was eating, okay? Let me just be honest. I was eating and I was enjoying myself because that side of my family, they are the chefs. Came back home on November 28th or November 29th, and I stepped on the scale and I was 207 pounds. And I said, "You're too big." And for someone just looking at me, I do not look like a 207-pound woman because I generally work out and I have a lot of muscle, but the weight is the weight, right? And 207 pounds is still too much for me. And I said, Brianna, you're going to have to lose this weight, and you should not wait till January 1st. You don't need a New Year's resolution. You can start whenever you decide to start. And so I made a plan, and I said that I was going to start December 1st, and I did. I was 207.7 or 207.6. That's how much I weighed. And now, on December 17th, I just stepped on the scale this morning. I'm 199 even. And it's so funny because I've been chronicling my weight loss journey on my social media, and people generally comment, how did you do this? How are you losing this weight so quickly? And to be honest, it's only a decision. I decided that on December 1st that I was going to lose weight, and I stuck to that decision, but while making micro decisions every day. And so that meant changing my eating habits. That meant lifting heavier weights or doing more reps in the gym. That meant walking. I had to increase my walking, y'all. And I am not someone who likes cardio, but I have had to increase my walking from like 20 minutes. I know y'all probably rolling your eyes like, girl, why you was just doing 20 minutes? Because I was lazy and I didn't want to do it. But I went from 20 minutes to 45 minutes. And, that's not an easy thing to do, but I fall back on my decisions. And that's what I want to talk to you about, the power and the importance of a decision. Recently, I had a strategy session with a highly intelligent woman, and she was managing a multi-million-dollar portfolio at her career. I mean, very intelligent to the point that I was sitting in our meeting, in our strategy session, trying to figure out, why is this lady here? I could not initially pinpoint why she's here. She was articulate. She was all of the things, right? And I had to ask Holy Spirit to reveal to me the issue, because what she came to me for and what I was looking at, like what I was perceiving about her, just did not mesh up, right? The math wasn't mathing. And it was in that moment when he revealed to me, she just needs to make a decision. And I said, I really couldn't figure out at first why you had come to me, but, I hear all the things you don't want to do. You're telling me what you don't want, but I haven't heard what you do want. I haven't heard you make a decision, and you just need to make a decision. And, it was at that moment that she teared up a little bit, and she said, the hairs on my arms are standing up because you're right. I do just need to make a decision. And it's just simple like that, right? And to the average person, you're like, yeah, that's simple, but it's not. Because some people struggle to stick to their decisions. And here is what I mean. We could easily say that we're going to do something come a certain day. Y'all know the new year is coming up. So everyone has their New Year's resolutions. I'm going to do this in 2025. And they are making the decision in 2024 to do something in 2025. But as soon as 2025 comes around, let's just say you're trying to get, in shape. You go to the gym maybe in January, maybe still in February. But there's this running joke that by March, the gyms clear out and the regular people who have been gym rats, we're the only ones left there because now we have the machines back to ourselves because the New Year's resolution people are no longer there. And I tell you that because it's not the decision to get started that people struggle with. It's the decision to keep going. When the winds start to pick up, when the waves start to crash, ask Peter, you get scared. Or you lose your resolve and you renege on what you said you were going to do. That one thing sets me apart from a lot of people. I stick to my decisions. I have to see it through. You got to see it through, my boy. You got to see it through. And you may have to see it through with tears in your eyes, right? You may have to see it through with an attitude. Trust me, that has been the last 2 years of my life, with tears in my eyes and with the attitude. But I was always determined that I was going to see it through. Even when I am reflecting on the season that I'm coming out of now, right? And if you've watched me on YouTube and been following me for any stretch of the imagination or any stretch of time with the career resignation, I had thought that the day I resigned or even wrote the resignation letter, which was last December, that God would automatically open up doors for me. And he didn't, y'all. He didn't open up not one door. And I was so distraught. And then when it came down to the final month of the job coming to an end, I was sure, and this was June 2024, I was like, yeah, he's going to come through July 1. Nothing, crickets. I'm telling you this because he still hasn't come through. He still has not come through. He still has not changed my season, but he has changed me and he has built me. And so many things have happened internally that did not happen externally, but I was looking for the external things. And what if I only was committed to the external things? Would I be here recording 10 minutes with Dr. Bree today? No, because I would be so angry, so livid, so pissed off that I would have aborted the mission. I would have gotten out of the ring. I would have stopped walking forward. And walking forward was hard, but you have to choose your hard. Either you're going to choose the hard to struggle forward, or you're going to choose the hard of staying the same and living with regret. I always just try to struggle forward and pay my price. You know what I mean? And by paying my price, that means I have to continue to decide. And decisions require daily sacrifices. They're micro sacrifices, as a matter of fact. When I look back over the 17 days of losing this weight, the first week was the hardest. The first week, changing my eating patterns, my flesh was like, oh no, absolutely not. No, we're not doing this. And it was revolting and it was fighting against me, but I had to bring my flesh under submission. And let's talk about submission. My flesh had to come sub to the mission. The mission was to get to 185. I'm standing at 199 even in 17 days from 207.6. I had to bring my flesh sub to the mission. The mission had to prevail. And I had to continue to decide it even when it was hard, even when I wanted to eat, unhealthy foods. And I'm going to enjoy myself on Christmas and around Christmas, but I'm not going to overdo it because I don't want to give up all the progress, right? And so I want you to make a decision and stick to it. You would be surprised how far you get just by making a decision and sticking to it. It's not as hard as you think. It's not as hard as you think. And sometimes people try to measure the pain of the progress. We try to measure it. We try to say, how much pain am I going to have to deal with? It doesn't matter. Do you want it or not? Have you decided that you want to see something different or not? You're going to have to pay. So you're just going to have to increase your pain tolerance. And the only way that you increase your pain tolerance is by going through the pain. You don't get around the pain of the process, unfortunately. But yeah, decide. You don't have to do anything special. You just have to keep your word to yourself and decide. And so with decisions in mind, I am about to upload this for you and get myself onto the gym because I decided that I want bigger glutes because my mama didn't give me none. But no, I decided that I want to be in shape. I want to be a snack. Y'all know I'm 35. I want to be a snack, okay? Snack vibes aren't just for the young girls, okay? They for the aunties, and I am in my auntie era. And so anyway, y'all, get up and make a decision today and stick to that decision until you see the result you want. It's only about look. Don't underestimate yourself. You're more powerful. I'm getting tongue-tied. You're more powerful than you know. Stop sleeping on yourself. As I make my decisions, I hope you make your decisions, and I hope you make the decisions to have a wonderful day today. Talk to you soon. Share this podcast with a friend who may just need to make a decision. Oh, y'all, listen. Before I get out of here, I need to let you know that we are restocking my latest book, Words and Authority. And so it's available for pre-order again. I will be shipping those books out in January. And so if you have a New Year's resolution that you want to have 2025 be your year, you need to start the year off in authority. That's just simple, plain as that. You got faith in God, but you need to practice exercising your authority. Anyway, I'll leave you with that. You can grab it at BriannaWhiteside.com, and I'll see you soon. Bye.